I'ma just hold the shit down till the day that I go. My Cuban link, neck, wrist, everything all on froze. I roll it up on the bitch, cause I ain't got time for a motherfucker.
We back with another episode on Higher Voltage. I got my boy in here, CEO Wall.
You already know what it is.
We got a special guest in here tonight, Ronnie V.
Ronnie V.
You already know.
Appreciate y'all.
We in here tonight, man, so we finna kick it with Ronnie V, man. How you feeling tonight, my brother?
Man, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling blessed. Heard some new music tonight, so I'm just excited about being here on this platform, Higher Voltage. Yeah, man. Thank y'all for having me.
You already know it's an honor to have you, man. So let the people know more about your background. Where you coming from, man?
Coming from Carroll City, a little small part that we call Murder Grove. You know, born and raised there. Been doing music since I was about 7. I'd say singing since 7, but you know, just tapping more into the music over the years. And yeah, man, just thankful for all the doors that open, and then for those that close, we just kick them down.
So what got you into doing music, man? How you started? What inspired you to get into music?
Well, yeah, when I was a kid, I just started singing, and my grandma heard me one day, and pretty much me and her are like the only 2 singers like in the family, and she kind of just took me under her wings. So she became my manager, my vocal coach, my mentor, my teacher. So yeah, man, it's just that's pretty much how it started. The love of wanting to do it and pursue it as a career kind of came from just, you know, being up under her and being a student. Yeah.
So what's the first song you made? You remember the first song you made?
Oh, you got jokes today.
Nah, I ain't got jokes. Yeah, you know, what's your first song, man?
My first song I ever did or recorded is called What's Your Name? And man, I still got it on CD, but I'm still kind of thankful
where did you record it?
Bro, I thought it was a hit too. I ain't gonna lie, I thought it was a hit.
Where did you record that though? Where was you record that like?
Yeah, probably somewhere like in West Palm, I think was the first studio I ever recorded at. I could just remember being like 13 years old.
Booth? Was a booth there?
Yeah, it was a booth.
Official studio.
Okay, yeah, it was an official studio. Yeah.
Okay, you jumped out the gate, no closet. Okay.
Yeah. You know, it was the standard, but it was official because it was our spot. You know what I'm saying? You know, but it was a vibe. But yeah, and so I rode up there with like my Uncle Marvin, and I just remember it took forever to get there as a kid, but we finally got at the studio, and I think it was like the Palm Beach area. But yeah, thank God for growth though. You know,
right.
Yeah, and not giving up. Like even me just bringing up 13 years old. You know what I'm saying? I get singing at 7, but to still have like merchandise of me, you know, hearing myself back at 13 and can hear myself now and just hit the growth. I think that is mad dope.
That is dope. That is dope. What I feel though, like I be around a lot of singers just in and out of the music game, and I like definitely peep that you sound just like the record. Right. Let's thumbnail that one. Right. Like, you know what I'm saying? You sound just like the record, bro, and like.
Nah, I appreciate that.
He ain't leaning on auto-tune.
Exactly.
I mean, I couldn't. You know what I'm saying? Like, and shouts out to all of the great vocalists all around the world. You know what I'm saying? Everybody having a different story. For me, I'ma just say that I was lucky. I was fortunate to have somebody like my grandmother to be my vocal coach. You know what I'm saying? And to have a family that supported me from day one too. You know what I'm saying? And allowed me to grow. How was it about my grandma?
Yeah, I'm like, how was it just like, you know, creating with your grandmom? Yeah, because I already know grandmom's already strict already. Right. So now teaching you a new talent, and you know, how was that? Like, how was that? I know there's a blessing and a curse at the same time.
Nah, for real. But you know, it created a special bond.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And so for the most part, I was just thankful for that. Of course, it came with discipline. It's no different from when you get a Joe Jackson that sees a vision in a little Michael Jackson, or Beyonce's mother and father seeing a vision in her, or Brandy. Of course I'm gonna name singers because that's just the department that we come from, you know what I'm saying? But just giving these examples of when people can see something so special in their child, in their grandchild, and something just comes over them that makes them feel like they want to pour everything they got into that. And that's pretty much the privilege that I got, you know what I'm saying? So, and that hard work and that discipline is going to come just based off of how bad, you know, they want it for you.
So I got a question. So as far back as you can remember, what was the first RnB CD that you got and just praised it like, this is my way because I really like what they're doing and this my idol?
I don't know.
That's a good one, huh? Because you like a lot of them. That's probably what
the thing is, you know, with mama, our mama, in case y'all didn't know we're brothers.
I was gonna get to that.
Happy, we was singing.
Blood, real blood.
I know you remember like back then, mama used to have like the CD cases.
Right.
But then when I was with grandma, it was always just more so the gospel.
Right.
So by the time I got a little older, I started tapping more into like my mom's CD books.
Right.
And
so who is it? Usher, R. Kelly?
It was like,
Jackson?
it could have been Don't Be a Minute soundtrack.
What's that first CD that you put in the
Michael Jackson?
Oh, Michael Jackson. That's the.
It was hard to answer it though.
We knew. I
knew it was Michael Jackson, but I thought it could have been maybe Usher. You make me wanna. You know, Usher had that. You
that
make me wanna.
First urge of you wanting to sing was Mike.
Mike, for sure.
Yeah. He used to play that shit all day in the living room.
Yeah.
How was it? How was it living with this guy?
Now, you know, this nigga used to hide my CDs and DVDs of Michael Jackson and Usher and shit.
This nigga
like, mainly the Michael ones.
In the middle of the living room, 8 hours straight.
Because see, this is the thing that they did for me. As I got older, they started realizing that I was trying to do my own thing. So they'll buy me like the MJ CDs and DVDs and shit. And I was a student, bro. I would come home, I'd do my homework, whatever I gotta do, but all the rest of the day, through the night. It's
singing it, doing the dance.
On the main TV, I got the radio hostage.
Loud.
With the CD, loud.
Crazy.
Yeah.
I don't even, you can tell how keen your talent is.
Room door closed, locked. I don't want no interruptions. And one day I came home, went for my CDs and DVDs. This nigga hid all the shit. So I was on a fucking Easter egg hunt in the house looking for my shit. I don't think he gave it back to me either.
Nah, I gave it back.
So y'all both, growing up together as brothers, and did y'all ever tap into music with each other?
Most definitely.
Okay.
Definitely, yeah.
I definitely want to hear some of that.
What was the first thing we ever came
First, I'm going to say this. When it come down to obviously finding the vocals, I credit my grandmother, who I keep going back to in this conversation. But I definitely credit Dollar for like me just wanting to learn how to write and like do my own music.
Right.
Because Dollar
of your own.
Because before the studio, I don't know if y'all remember back then, I was a little boy, but like the cassettes.
Yeah.
Right.
You can get a blank cassette, right? And then you'll put it in the radio and you can record yourself while you probably got the instrumental playing on the TV or another radio or something, right?
Yeah, so I used to do any recording in the crib already.
Oh, so you was already?
Yeah, I was already on it.
Studio boy. I'm about to figure out how we gonna make some of our own music.
So a little bit before I started writing at 13, I would like hear his cassette tapes.
Yeah, right.
And I just listened to him and I just thought it was the coolest thing. I ain't know what a studio was at that time. I just thought it was cool that my brother was rapping.
Right.
And I could hear the music through the cassette player.
Right, that's crazy.
So as far as like tapping into artistry, Dollar for sure.
Wow, that's crazy. Bro.
It's great to, if I can say this real quick, it's great to, obviously being a singer, people ask me, you know what I'm saying, like who did you look up to? And it's easy to say Michael, Stevie, and all that kind of, all those kind of artists, but I think for me, it's always like mad important to give flowers, and I definitely give flowers to my family, whether it was my grandma on vocals or my brother with the writing. Like they both play hand in hand.
That's crazy. Yeah.
I picked up the composition book early.
Yeah.
Before I even went to jail, I picked up the composition book. I was already on it. I was walking through the neighborhood trapping with the composition book in my hand.
Can I keep it a buck? So he probably don't know this, but I still like kept a lot of his. I still have them. A lot of his compositions.
I was looking for some of these shit.
What? That's crazy. When we get to
you ain't gonna need them no more, boy. Tell them how you going viral on YouTube and Instagram.
Yeah, talk.
This boy got 2 million views on YouTube, 2 million views on Instagram. Basically a viral sensation where a lot of artists fight for. I tried to get to the bottom of it. People cooking, cleaning, gym working out to the same record. Tell them how that experience been.
Nah, it's been great, man. I'm just thankful for the fact that we all get to use our platforms, we all get to use our gifts, you feel me? And to know that, now we got this thing called the internet, that when it's just your time and it's your moment and it's divine destiny for you,
right?
You get a chance to see how amazing God is, with already knowing that, but of course just how things could just change. So that's pretty much the situation, man. I just had an idea to do this mashup with Coco Jones and Usher, and I recorded it at the crib, put it out. By the following day,
who shot the footage?
Super crazy. One of my homies. You mean the original?
The original footage.
I shot it actually.
Right. That's crazy. That's what we was talking about. I wanted to say that though.
Yeah. I shot it.
Know that you playing both ends.
Yeah, for sure. Being an overthinker, being a perfectionist, I can admit that a lot of the times wanting everything to be perfect can delay us as artists. You feel me?
Right.
And so, we talked about that. And so I think it was just a moment where it felt like it was the right time. And I don't want to continue to be overdue for a lot of things because I overthink everything.
Right.
So I literally just grabbed my iPhone camera, set it up, got the studio equipment, recorded it.
So how important is it for you to stay busy doing that? Because I see right now, like a lot of people would try to follow the old rules back then, but now it's more in the artist's hand of like his creativity, what he created, what he could think of doing on the spot instead of waiting on so much stuff. You just get into it with your own phone, your own, creation.
For sure. I mean, the feedback on it has been great, but for the most part, I think it's definitely important to just stay as consistent as you can and as you think you should be. Right. Some things could be a gift, some things could be a curse, whether you oversaturate in the content or whether you putting out just enough to where it still allows you to grow that audience, you know what I'm saying, so that they can fall in love with your artistry and your craft and it just not being a viral moment.
And I was just about to say that, besides being a viral sensation on the internet and social media, let's talk about your personal presence, like when you perform at these real stage present big shows, co-signing with big artists, also open mics, giving the city, town a show of their life. People come out of their house from out of their woodworks and then run and give them a show of their night, singing all these different jingles, even your own personal music as well.
Sure.
How is it just touching the people like that on personal performances like that? Just touching them like how you just touching them, just hand in hand.
Yeah, I mean, I don't take it for granted. You feel me? And I think it's two things. It's turning our pain into our purpose, and we know our life story. You feel me? And so for me, it's trying to just leave it all out on stage. Right. You know how some people like go through things in life or whatever the case may be. They got this new spot called like the Smash House. And you go there and you just smash mirrors and plates and chairs. Right. I feel like for me that's the stage in the most decent way. You know what I'm saying? But also just that's my therapy. That's where I get it all out. And so if there's anybody that I touch while I'm performing, then I've done my job. But aside from that, once again, I think it just go back to just the inspiration. You feel me?
Yeah, man, you done shut down Studio 183, Jazz in the Gardens.
Killing them, bro.
Miami Night Center, all everywhere.
You did American Idol.
Yeah,
I did the 4.
Speak on that.
The 4. So I did the 4, season 2 with Diddy
and DJ Khaled,
right? Trainer. Yeah, man.
How was that experience?
Hollywood, man. I enjoyed it. Just being in California for the first time, being from South Florida, even being given an opportunity like that, especially for what I do, what we do. You know what I'm saying? So to be able to go all the way to the, the West Coast and just to represent for
that's big.
That the South got something to say. Facts. You know what I'm saying? And being on a platform like that, because I tell people all the time, being from South Florida, it's not to take away from the greats that have come from here, but we don't have that Usher that paved the way from South Florida. We don't have that Chris Brown that paved the way to where I could have just been as well. So a lot of it is me. So a lot of it is still me just trying to figure it out, And
it take a lot for a Miami, Florida kid to travel all the way to Hollywood.
Yeah.
Man, you were in front of millions of people.
Facts.
Yeah.
What was your nerves like?
All over the place. But I tell people all the time, man, nerves is a good thing. It reassures me how bad I want it. If I'm not nervous, I don't care.
You don't care. It's like this I gotta put it all on the line.
Yeah. It's like that girl that really don't care, you feel what I'm saying? What I'm nervous about, we just going out to eat, we just going to chill. But then it's like when you find that one and that's the one and you about to ask, will you marry me?
Yeah.
You know how you get that?
Nervous, yeah.
You feeling it now? It's how bad do you want it?
It was that butterfly feeling, but when you got on the stage, because I watch, like as me doing my research on you, I go back and watch now some of the performances, and I was like, this boy is just a natural. You're natural, bro.
You're official.
So it's like I want you to like explain to like artists out there like how important it is to just keep your cool in an important spot. You understand what I'm saying?
Nah, for sure. Like I said, man, it's all for the love of music at the end of the day. Understanding, like Jay-Z just said the other night, we in an opinion, it's based on opinion, what we do. But when you find confidence in yourself, you know what I'm saying? When you learn how to make sure that your faith always outweighs the fear. When you learn to take risks, when you learn to you know what I'm saying, stay ready so you ain't gotta get ready. When you learn to walk through the door when the door is open for you, you know what I'm saying? I think that's where your superpower is, and you just gotta stay in that space and stay busy, stay hungry, you know what I'm saying?
So explain to us that time when you and your mom got picked up with the Secret Service because you performed for President Obama.
What?
You sung the Pledge of Allegiance. Explain that whole process.
Come on, bro. Talk heavy on this
you got the
platform,
Secret
brother.
Service people picking
Talk
you
heavy
up.
on this
Talk the procedure that they made you go through just to be able to sing the Pledge of Allegiance for Obama.
Yeah, Mayor Oliver hit me and said, would you be interested in singing a national anthem for President Obama's last speech in the state of Florida? Yeah,
Crazy.
So I was like, all right, cool. So Secret Service ended up hitting me, and you know, they hit me and was like, who's coming with you? This is the information we need. They hit me on a Sunday because I had to give them like my mom's like important information. I remember just blowing my mom's phone up. I only had like 10 minutes. And my mom was in church.
What?
And she's not picking up.
Yeah.
And I would not, I just would not stop calling that phone. But anyway, fast forward, before you know it, got picked up at the house, and just appreciate
the black presidential van.
Yeah, just appreciate the experience. You feel what I'm saying? Like, to be able to do something like that, that's something that I could tell my kids I did.
Heavy.
And not even just tell them.
I just found out that
footage.
today, bro. Congratulations. That was heavy, bro.
Appreciate it.
That was heavy, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
It's heavy for South Florida. It's heavy for us. It's heavy for the culture because it's just reassuring the aspiring, the up and coming, the rising. I mean, I have not hit the mountaintop. I'm still just beginning, but little things like this that come about that reminds us that we are a part of history as well. I would have never thought I would have got a phone call like that. Those are the kind of phone calls that Beyonce gets, Stevie Wonder, Usher at the White House or inauguration. Right. You get a call like that, and I'm just, you know,
what was your initial feeling when you get that type of call, bro?
I told Mayor, I'm gonna have your people call my people.
For real.
Nah, I mean, man, listen, unless it's a dying emergency, nothing was stopping me from being a part of history.
Facts.
Nothing.
So
to even be able to say that is an honor.
So what can the people expect next from Ronnie? Any new singles coming out soon? Album?
Yeah, so doing some collaborations right now with Neary, working with Sambo Sounds, working with 1600 in the camp. Yeah, I'm excited about just this rollout of this new EP that's coming out. In the meantime, what I've been doing, since the covers are doing mad well online,
right,
on my platforms, I decided to put out a cover EP of all of those covers because a lot of people ask me, you know, where can we listen to them? It's almost like people appreciate my renditions online on my content.
The artistry.
As if, and I appreciate
not
that.
just the music.
Right.
Yeah, for sure.
It's the whole package.
And accepting my idea of it or my version of it. You feel me? And that's not easy, you know, especially when you attacking iconic records. But I just put that out. It's called The Love Notes Volume 1. Okay. And we're getting ready to roll out with the debut original single set.
That's what's up.
Like maybe 2 years. So it's been a minute working in the studio. And then we dropping the EP.
Right. Let's drop this EP.
What you trying to convey with this music that you this R&B that you have? You got a strong situation right now, man.
Yeah.
Like, you know me from just behind the scenes, bro.
Yeah, for sure.
And I just appreciate the art that you got. You feel what I'm saying? So let the people know, what are you trying to push in their face?
For sure.
Like what are you trying to express with this music that you dropping right now?
Definitely as a musician, I'm in an R&B bag right now, and I'm so happy to be in this bag and just to be a part of just a new wave of R&B that's bringing back the emotion, bringing back the hope, bringing back the feeling, you know what I'm saying? And not making everything seem so nonchalant or so naive, and just, you know, it's a vibe, it's romantic, it's love, it's what we need. It's Friday night when we headed to go out to dinner. It's everything that definitely is missing and is coming back, whether it's through me as an up and coming artist or whether it's the many other great new R&B acts, you know what I'm saying, coming out.
So that follow up to my next question, basically, I was going to ask you, what do you feel like you got to offer? What can you do to make a difference in the industry? Because right now, the state of R&B, you know, how do you feel like you can make a difference?
You know, it's, to be honest with you, it's hard to answer that question, and I hate to make it sound so political, but it's literally just me allowing myself to stay in the space to just
find yourself,
and continue to find myself. And along that journey, because I've spent so much time, you know what I'm saying, for the past few years overthinking and wondering, what if this don't work, or what if that works, or what if they don't like this. I'm so happy that I'm finally in a space of serenity to where I just want to use the God-given gift, and whatever comes to me in the moment, that's just what it is. Right. And whoever it's for, that's just who it's for.
Who is going to touch, who's going to reach, is going to reach.
No, I've been on some serious research musically, and just seeing how things have grown for people, whether it be by being independent or just, you know, using their platforms on the internet, and coming to realize that it don't have to be one way. You know what I'm saying? You may have some people that ain't caught on to something yet in America, and you like, oh man, because you from America, but Europe on it heavy.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody picking up on it, right?
And so I just want to stay in a space to where I'm thinking globally, and I'm even expecting the unexpected. Whatever it is that I just that we just allow God to work through that creative process. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. It's Higher Voltage, man. I'm in here vibing with my Higher Voltage fam, Ronnie V in the building.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
We got
all in the building. You already know what it is.
It's going crazy, man. We on a higher frequency, man. Y'all like, subscribe, and comment. We're going to get back to y'all on another segment.